Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you sort of my take on a tuna salad sandwich. Now, I know mine is going to be just a little bit different, maybe with an Italian flair, but that's just how Mama rolls. What can I say? I love this recipe. I've been making it for years and years. This is a recipe that was used in my dad's pizza shop. I mean, we just love it. And you'll see I'm making a bigger batch today because we love having it in the fridge for a couple days because my friends love it for lunch and it's just really good. I love it on bread, kind of like how I'm going to show you today. I love it on greens. I love it on toast. I love it on everything. And it's really simple and really easy, but I think it's just the bomb. The ingredients are very few and simple ones, but all together they just make for a killer tuna salad. What I have here is some canned albacore white tuna. You want to make sure you have the kind packed in water and you drain the water really well. Now what I have here is some mayo, Dijon mustard, some black pepper, some granulated garlic, and just a small pinch of Italian seasoning. I've also got red onion and celery, a splash of red wine vinegar, and then for my sandwich, I love some red leaf lettuce or some bib lettuce, some good, chunky, delicious sweet tomatoes, and the bread of my choice to make these sandwiches on is some really good quality whole grain bread. Now again, keep in mind, this is my take, my version, what I love, but you can tailor this to your liking. I know some people like to put in here pickle relish or pickles. You don't have to put what I'm using in here. It's just to show you what I love, what we love really, and it's super easy and super simple. Now the first thing I'm going to work on is I need to chop up really fine 2 small sort of stalks of celery. You want a total of about a 1/4 cup for this amount anyway, and you want to make sure that you dice it really small. Now what I'm going to do, oops, some started to fly out all over the place. What I'm going to do, as you see, I just kind of made a slit right down the center and just kind of rock your knife back and forth to get it thin but not too thin. You still want to be able to taste a little bit of that celery, but if you don't like celery you can leave it out. I'm just going to chop some of this up. I'm also going to chop up the leafy greens here because they're delicious too, and I don't want to leave them out. I'm going to throw them right in here, and then I'm going to work on my red onion. Now some people I know have to have red onion in their tuna salad or on their tuna sandwich. I prefer to just throw it right in the salad. It's just delicious, it's crunchy, it gives me a little bit of heat. I love it, but again, you can leave it out. So you kind of see the point of this. It's just all about what you love, what you've grown up eating. I know some people like to put dill weed in their tuna salad. I don't, because I didn't grow up eating it that way. So all I'm doing now, same thing that I did to my celery. I'm just going to dice this up nice and fine. I want, for the amount that I'm making today, I want about a 1/4 cup of finely chopped red onions. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to dice this up nice and fine. Get that all in there. Okay. Every little tiny bit. Greedy person, what can I say? And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to mix together my mayo, my Italian seasoning, my granulated garlic, black pepper, and then I'll add my salt in just a minute. I'm going to get rid of this spoon because at that point that's not going to do very much for me. Switch to my spatula. Now you're thinking, that is not enough mayo for all that tuna, but that's just what I like. I don't really love when my tuna is swimming in mayo. I like when it's got a nice coating, just enough to hold it together, if you know what I mean. It's just enough to almost act like edible glue, but not so much that you lose the tuna completely and now all you taste is mayo. That's not how I roll. I'm going to add a good pinch of salt. And now what I'm going to do, I like to think that it works best using a spatula because this way I can kind of fold everything together rather than just mess up those flakes of tuna. You see, it's not swimming, it's just perfect. It's coating the tuna perfectly. Give that a good mix like so. And give it a taste along the way. You want to make sure it's seasoned to your liking. You want to make sure it's got the right amount of salt, the right amount of everything. I want to add just a splash of red wine vinegar. I like a little acid in there. Red wine, white wine vinegar would be great, or you could use lemon juice, but just a little tiny bit of red wine vinegar to me makes a big difference. I'm going to mix that in, and then I'm just going to cover this with plastic wrap and pop it in the fridge for about 15 minutes just to let all the flavors mingle. A tuna salad was in the fridge for about 15 minutes, but let me tell you, the longer it sits in there, the better it's going to taste, and I cannot wait to make myself a sandwich. I mean, you could put shoestrings on bread and I would love it. I mean, let's be honest. This is Laura Vitale we're talking about, but particularly this combo is just heaven for me. I love bread like this. It's got seeds, it's just beautiful texture, and it's really simple and really easy. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you how to build a sandwich, but I'm basically just gonna tell you how I like it. Thin layer of tuna salad. I don't like a layer that's too thick because then I just feel like you won't be able to really eat it because it all starts to kind of fall apart. I like a thin layer of tuna salad from corner to corner, okay? Don't be stingy. I want every little bite to have got some tuna on it. A couple slices of juicy tomato and just a couple leaves of lettuce just for something green, for a little crunch. I am not a fan of toasting my bread, but you can. I just don't prefer to. And then what I like to do is just give this a nice sort of squeeze, cut, and then apply it to mouth. That, so on point. The crunch from the celery and the red onion is just absolutely to die for. You will love this. And like I said, tailor this to however you like it. Put whatever spices in there you want, as much mayo in there as you want. I just want this to kind of give you the idea to go into your fridge, into your pantry, pull out a few things, and make yourself some tuna salad to have on hand for lunches. That's all. To get this recipe, go to laurainthekitchen.com. I cannot wait to finish my sandwich. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!